Tzu Chi volunteers invite doctors to visit people with physical health problems and give them encouragement. Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter works with Malaysia's Ministry of Health to expand the dialysis center space. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Margaret Lin. Thank you for joining us. In Hongchuan Village in Hebei, China, Tzu Chi volunteers invited doctors to visit two individuals suffering from mobility issues. A car accident caused Yang Jinlin to be paralyzed, though he is working hard to recover. Another child with spina bifida was abandoned by his parents. He is now 14 years old and is only 130 centimeters tall and cared for by an adoptive mother in her 60s.
On today's visit to Hongchuan Village, Tzu Chi volunteers invited several medical experts to come along. Yang Jinlin sits in his chair. A car accident paralyzed him more than a decade ago. His younger brother carried him on his back.
Since the age of 14, he carries his brother up and down the stairs. His brother weighs 140 kilograms.
Yang Jinlin had an operation, and he insisted on doing exercise and rehabilitation, and this has improved his ability to go to the bathroom. Chinese medicine doctors help him with acupuncture, and others work together to provide rehabilitation advice.
He is 36 years old, and for a decade he couldn't move, but now he is flexible and doing some activities. He seems flexible now, and there is a lot of room for more rehabilitation and recovery.
This attitude has led to a very big improvement, as his mood is very sunny, and he has made an overall body transformation. Getting to know those around him, he has made a very big change.
Doing some manual work will also help him with his rehabilitation. At the same time, he can earn some income.
Making some handicraft products can supplement the home income. Volunteers' care in the past 5 years has increased his confidence. Following Tzu Chi volunteers and bowing to his adoptive mother, Gao Jixiang, 14 years old, was diagnosed with a permanent disability, was abandoned by his parents when he was 2 months old.
Because he didn't know his mother, he was an orphan. Yes, I'm his mother, and I want him to learn about the Buddha.
Xu Mei does not abandon the search for medicine and hopes that the Dharma will show the way and allow this young child to thrive.
In Cambodia, Tzu Chi volunteers from 5 countries are holding a free clinic with more than 3,000 people seeking medical attention. As TCM services are provided at the free clinic, mild treatments for pain has become very popular among residents. Therefore, many people waited in line to receive TCM treatments.
The grandmother, accompanied by her daughter, comes to seek medical attention because she could not lift her left arm. After the TCM doctor applied acupuncture, grandmother's shoulder is no longer stiff. TCM service is hard to come by locally. Since TCM practices do not use painkillers to treat pain, it is very popular among the residents.
We use mild treatment, including acupuncture and cupping to treat the pain.
This patient came with his family. Dr. Yongli Chen, who is an experienced doctor, remarks that his illness is a side effect from previous ailments.
I get to practice what I've learned. In addition, I feel recharged seeing their smiles. Otherwise, it is easy for one to become too proud of themselves.
Over the course of 2 days, medical volunteers from 5 countries treated more than 3,000 patients, bringing smiles to their faces.
In Chile, there is a foundation which has been established for more than a year by a special education teacher and some professionals. The people this foundation serves are children with Down syndrome and those who are mentally challenged. To cultivate the children's ability, the teachers have designed a variety of courses for them. Recently, Chile Tzu Chi volunteers were invited to watch the children's sledge show. Knowing that the opera troupe lacked financial support and its audio equipment often had problems, the volunteers decided to donate audio equipment. Applying foundation to the face, this is a makeup lesson for the stage show. The people who are dressed up are Down syndrome patients. The foundation has been established for more than a year and has designed many courses for the children.
I'm the child's mother. We have no resources for this small group, so we hope we can receive assistance to help these children with Down syndrome grow strong and healthy.
Special education teacher Karina works with some professionals to provide counseling and assistance program to these families. Chile Tzu Chi volunteers also give a lesson in making vegetarian sushi, allowing the children to make it with simple food ingredients. Another gift has solved the audio problems associated with the opera troupe speakers.
Today we brought audio equipment and speakers for the stage show. We have successfully completed assembly, so they have complete functions. Now we officially donate them to you.
We feel very grateful because people whom we don't know have come to help us. This also teaches us that as long as we have the opportunity, we should also lend a hand to help more people in need.
Volunteers hope to prepare learning platforms for the children with Down syndrome and encourage them to strive for progress. The Shenangui village in Myanmar has 360 rice donation members to help poor people. Recently, a villager Wu Samtian donated a piece of land near his home to build a Tzu Chi center. To make it come true, Tzu Chi volunteers from Malaysia sent over building materials and tools to help them build it in 3 days.
To complete one activity center in 3 days has never happened before in Myanmar. Therefore, Tzu Chi volunteers from Malaysia sent over building materials, tools, and a design map because they want to make it happen.
This is sturdy so it won't bend.
Through translation, local people learn the building materials and how to use electric tools. 69-year-old Wu So-Hei is a carpenter and he has participated in rice distributions. The construction opened his eyes.
All the electrical tools save you labor and time. They've opened my eyes.
Lo Da-Ming from Yangon learns not just how to build a prefabricated house.
Malaysian Tzu Chi volunteers didn't just teach us the skills, but also the cooperative and harmonious working attitude.
Volunteers from Malaysia and Myanmar together build their activity center from ground up.
In the future, we can hold free clinics and also the rice donation ceremony here.
Wu Santen kickstarted the rice donation and now he also donated land so he can spread Tzu Chi's principles in other villages.
In Malaysia, Tzu Chi Foundation recently held the second rescue training camp for the public, with professionals teaching the students how to conduct correct rescue work. Let's take a look.
The doctors are seen as a school. 8 people are working together because they must build their house to sleep tonight.
This is amazing to me because I can get to experience the process. We normally can't experience how to build a house. This kind of material can last for a while, so it's not like a tent that you can't live in after a short while.
In one area, the students are setting up solar power LED streetlights so everyone can use it tonight.
We needed to communicate and figure out who did this or that or assembly this box. People who are taller can place the solar panels on top because some people can't reach them.
79 students aged from 18 to 35 came to Tzu Chi Sunshine compounds for a 3-day rescue training camp and learn how to operate a mobile kitchen, build a prefabricated house, set up solar power LED streetlights, and drive ATVs, all terrain rescue vehicles, to experience a victim's hardship.
I thought I came to learn some basic rescue knowledge, but I can experience everything.
This kind of experience activity will allow them to truly feel when a disaster happens, how we can give help, and also experience the hardship of rescuers conducting rescue work.
They even have to consider how to arrange the meals every day. In the face of possible disasters, these students learn how to provide necessary assistance that matches the needs of victims. We hope people can come to the camp and learn more.
In Taiwan, there are many students who may be second-generation immigrants who grew up in different countries but have returned to Taiwan for their education. Some lack the necessary Mandarin Chinese ability, and that is needed to thrive in Taiwan's education system. To help them make this adjustment, many rely on special tutors and interpreters to help them integrate into local schools. Here is our reports.
我们要来做一个优点大轰炸的活动，然后呢，给他5句赞美的话。
Mali's Holong Tiangong Elementary is like a United Nations, with children from different backgrounds, such as Taiwanese, Hakka, China, as well as second-generation immigrants from Vietnam and Indonesia. This little girl, Xiao Yu, came from a school in Vietnam.
哪些地方还不知道？是因为没有去过。
没有去过。
越南没有学过。那阳明山在哪里？
She knows little about Taiwan because her father is an overseas Taiwanese businessman and her mother's ethnic Chinese living in Vietnam. Xiao Yu from kindergarten was educated in a Taiwanese-run kindergarten in Ho Chi Minh City. The curriculum was the same as Taiwan. About a year ago, some family issues led her to come to Taiwan. According to National Kaohsiung Normal University Chinese Education Research Center, the definition of an overseas student is a student who has been in a non-Taiwanese state education system for a certain period of time, has been transferred to Taiwan's education system or another education system. While these students may have advantages in understanding other cultures, they may become disadvantaged in Taiwan's education system, often falling behind because they can't keep up with their classmates or are recommended for special learning classes.
I think that this type of transfer bringing these students and putting them in classes based upon their age instead of their ability is not very logical.
Xiao Yu is quite fortunate as she received a good Chinese language foundation in Vietnam. Aside from needing tutoring in civics, her language, math, and natural sciences are all quite good. She's even good at writing Chinese. The biggest problem she had was related to textbooks.
这里有时候上翰林跟康轩，我们越南全部康轩。
Here we use Hanling Publishing or Kangxuan. In Vietnam, we only use Kangxuan. Mandarin is still my favorite subject here because it is easier to remember. I don't worry so much about math.
The most important thing is supporting their Chinese language education. We give some extra budget to allow municipal schools to have extra classes in this subject, or have an interpreter for these children.
Huang Baoyun is from Malaysia and is fluent in English and Malay, and is an interpreter in Taipei City. Her services in translation often include going to school campuses to assist international students.
They don't understand what the teacher is saying, so I try to shorten it and tell it to them through simple translation. After this, I try to think of a way to help them simply understand the subject and the language.
Taipei City's Department of Civil Affairs is the group providing services to new immigrants. It helps international transfer students better understand the curriculum. At present, 22 interpreters have been arranged to provide assistance on campus. They can provide help for 1 month and follow the status of the children, even helping them study.
If they have one of the special students in class, then I think that all of the classmates will benefit. I hope that all of them can accept this multicultural education and give them a more inclusive curriculum for all.
These international transfer students already have some pressure, and adding another person to help them in class may be too much pressure for them, according to some teachers.
I think that it can be a problem for teachers because there's either a male or female interpreter who may not catch what the teacher is saying. They may not give a clear explanation to these children.
In addition to one-on-one translation, the Ministry of Education and National Kaohsiung Normal University developed a Chinese language learning system, along with children's research and evaluation programs, to smoothly integrate these children into Taiwan's education. As we move towards a global village, there will be more international transfer students. Not only will Taiwan see more of these cases, but neighboring countries will also experience them as well. This means the Education Ministry must have more links with the Immigration Agency. to establish a platform for cooperation, as well as work with private foundations to create a seamless education system for the next generation in Taiwan.
A hospital in Sabah, Malaysia, plays an important role in safeguarding the health of residents living in remote areas. However, the increasing demand for dialysis equipment has put stress on the hospital's dialysis center. Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter recently signed an MOA with the Ministry of Health to assist the dialysis patients in the area.
Tzu Chi Kuala Lumpur and Selangor chapter signs a cooperation agreement with the Health Ministry of Malaysia to expand the dialysis center of Keningan Hospital.
There's a crucial need for this center. So I hope and we will give work together, with everyone to make sure that health, in Malaysia will be our top priority.
There are more and more patients requiring dialysis in the inland. Because there isn't enough dialysis equipment, some patients must go to Kota Kinabalu for dialysis, and this is quite stressful to their health, mind, and finance.
Keningan Hospital is the only specialized hospital in the interior of Sabah. Its dialysis center only has 19 dialysis machines for 125 people.
The limited number of dialysis machines, so they get incomplete dialysis. For example, instead of three times a week, they only get twice a week. So with this new building also, we hope to give everyone that needs the dialysis all the 3 times a week dialysis for them.
3,240 square meters of space will be added to the dialysis center, so the center can add 20 more dialysis machines, allowing more patients to receive the treatment they need.
Malacca Tzu Chi volunteer Lai Mi Lian, who is a teacher, also sells food. 5 years ago, she decided to sell only vegetarian food. In addition, she dedicated herself to being the kitchen volunteer, sharing her cooking skills with other volunteers.
Malacca Tzu Chi volunteer Lai Mi Ling shows her cooking skills at a large event. In fact, she's an elementary school teacher who sells food during her spare time. 5 years ago, she decided to sell vegetarian food only.
We encourage other people to adopt the vegetarian diet, but at the same time, we are selling meat dishes. Therefore, I had some struggles, and gradually I started to sell only vegetarian food.
She actively works as a kitchen volunteer, developing all kinds of delicious vegetarian dishes. With her efforts, all the food becomes more tasty.
She has many strengths. We learn from her skills. Mi Lian can actually calculate how much food ingredients we need to purchase and prepare.
She has great cooking skills. I can learn to cook different dishes from her. She is also very easygoing. As long as you ask her questions, she will teach us. We have worked together well at many large-scale Tzu Chi events.
Sharing the secrets to making delicious food is also a way for Lai Mi Ling to promote vegetarianism.
Dhamma masters at the Jin's abode in Taiwan produce organic and nutritional grain powders to support themselves and for people's health. To support this idea, Tzu Chi volunteers in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor recently set up a booth to share with the public how they can use the grain powders and it's healthy.
Before dawn, Tzu Chi volunteers in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur have arrived at the market to prepare their booth.
There are many people here in the morning, so we came at 6:30 to open it and take the chance to introduce the master's produce to the public.
The products are made by the monastic masters in the Jin's abode, so they are safe and appropriate for the public who want things done fast.
It's very convenient. You simply add hot water to the rice and then you can eat it.
So is the oatmeal. When someone is sick, he or she will be happy to receive it because we don't know what he likes to eat.
When I see Tzu Chi selling their produce, I'll try to support them because my wife, me, and my family are vegetarians. We're vegetarians.
These products are safe and also easy to prepare. We hope more people will also support them.
Age is not an excuse for pursuing one's dreams. In our next report, we meet some seniors who make good use of their time and learn diligently to fulfill their wishes. Their stories prove that it's never too late to learn. 82-year-old Xu Zhenque only finished elementary education. Now she has fulfilled her wish of wearing the bachelor's gown. Having completed 16 credits at the Senior Education Center, Mrs. Xu experiences the turning of the tassel ceremony for the first time.
Our children have grown up. Since we two old people live together by ourselves and we have nothing else to do, I came to attend this class after learning about it.
89-year-old Mrs. Wei is amongst those who live and learn. The senior has made a balloon lollipop in a moment. She learns diligently as she takes the boats from Qijin to attend class every day.
Whenever I play with a balloon, my family may say I'm blowing up a balloon. I said yes because it's an exercise for hands and it helps prevent dementia.
After getting off the boat, she has to take 3 different buses to the main station before getting here. It's hard work, but she is never late.
Not limited by age, seniors can also create a bright future for themselves. It's never too late to learn. 68-year-old Zhou Jingyu studies auto mechanics at the Continuing Education Division.
I have a keen interest in mechanical engineering.
When he has the cold or falls ill, he may still bring medicine to come to school. He is never absent from class.
After retirement, Mr. Zhou has fulfilled his dream as he is not only present every day, but his academic performance is also among the best. He also overcame presbyopia problems to obtain the certificates of Level B technician for automotive mechanic.
The senior may also share with us his life experience. We've also gotten some inspiration from it.
Mr. Zhou is also an expert in Erhu who has obtained the certificates of Level 10 professional for Erhu. Before retirement, he also won praise from some excellent workers of Taiwan International Ports Corporation. Continuing to learn makes him feel young again.
I seem to forget how old I am. I feel as if I was only 16 or 17 years old.
At the Hong Kong International Film and TV Markets Conference held on the 19th, DaAi TV was part of the Taiwanese team who participated at the event. Actors and producers involved in DaAi TV programs also share how this TV station had changed their lives. That's all the time we have for today. Goodbye.